Morning, everybody. Guess who's back? Yes, it is me. It is I, Omizu, Omizu Paintz. We are doing some more rocks, coming up the rocks. Hold on, guys. I don't know why I said it or started right away without getting set up first. Okay, water bottle there. What the bottle there? Okay, let's see. Uh, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. So let me open up this. And let's get this in order. Get our water. Put our water closer to us. I think I need to change this out. So hold on a second, guys. Let me change this out. I need a BRB rock. Turn our heater on too. Can't. Here. There you go. No. Your cat's trying to join us. See the future first. Creative freedom is coming. I'm using this Affinity Designer. Hey, Carrie and 505 Vibe. Welcome. Thank you for joining this morning. I am working on painting rocks. We are a rock painter at this time. And we painting rocks, painting rocks, painting rocks. You know what? Let's do these. Do these two again. Let's get our move our rocks out of the way, and then we just need a little bit of. Oh, you're painting too? 505? Or you having a good day? You like painting rocks? What kind of stuff do you paint on rocks? I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna paint on these rocks yet, but I just wanted to get a base color on there. I was thinking of painting like on these blue ones, making it look like a sky scene. Probably put some birds on there. I have the orange one, not sure what yet I will try to put on there. But yeah, we're gonna do there's some stuff on here that needed to get touched up. So how long have you been painting rocks? 505 vibe. I just started. These are like I think these are probably my first ever rocks. That sounds like a good idea. Put some flowers on here, maybe add a little green just to contrast the pink. That's a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. Some of them, let me speak properly. Um, I was thinking of putting like a word or something on there, maybe in script. I have some gold and silver metallic paint. I think that would be cool. I see people doing mandalas and stuff, people on the internet. So that could be an option. I'm not sure. I'm not much of a mandala person, but I could do like patterns. I did have this idea earlier of doing a maze, like making a maze on it, and it goes all the way around. Hey, Dakota Jelson 153, welcome, and Oscar G1W6X. You're at your house, getting ready for school. Yeah, one of those school days. Mm. Yeah, it is early morning. Well, not quite. It's probably getting closer to mid morning for me. Just it's almost 9:15. Yeah, I thought about that with the orange one. Uh, I could do that. That's a good idea. Um, what else? I could do a Garfield. Garfield's orange. I could do what else is orange? I have this beige one too. I don't know what I'm gonna do on this beige one. I need to get more colors out, but I kind of wanted to touch up these two. Um, I do have, where's my magenta? And then I have some lighter. You didn't give us time to guess, Dakota. 7:13, man. That is quite early. You must be on the West Coast because I'm in the Midwest and it is 9:13 right now. Do the orange one with the pumpkin. Oh yeah. Should I have what kind of do like a carved pumpkin so it has a face? Should I do like a scary face or like I could do a smiling pumpkin? Double car, it's 10:13 for you? Oh, you must be east of me then. You're 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 slightly east. If you're only an hour behind or hour ahead, I was gonna say behind, but I'm behind you. All right, we got a lighter pink. I can do faces or like I can do animal faces or human faces. I could do alien faces. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's 10:14 for you. Oh, you must be east of me too then. I'm in Iowa, so and you young folk, anybody under 18, even if you're over 18, I suggest keeping your privacy. Don't let people know where you're at. But I don't have a problem because I am quite old and I'm also the streamer. So, which doesn't really mean much, but I like to let you guys know what's going on with me. And today I got up and I had to let the dog out. because she really had to go to the bathroom. And I figured, well, I don't need any more sleep. It's time to get up. You're waiting for your sister to get ready for school, and I have to take a school bus to get to school. That's nice you get a bus ride. I remember when I was younger and going to school, um, well, this would have been in uh, my high school days. I had to walk to school because they had a rule or a policy that said if you lived within 2 miles of the school, you couldn't take the school bus. Well, the thing was, we lived just on the edge of that 2 miles. So they had the bus stop was literally at the end of our block, but we couldn't take it because we lived within 2 miles. You know, I snuck on a few times, and then they realized I wasn't supposed to be riding the bus, and they wouldn't allow they wouldn't allow me on the bus anymore. But such is life. Such is life. Such are the things you have to deal with. So yeah, and at that time I lived in Minnesota, so in the winter time I had to walk in the cold, in the snow, in the slush. Yeah, it was quite disappointing, but somebody's got to walk. Your life is sad, Oscar? How so? Can I like and subscribe because you're really nice and not boring? Don't let nobody make fun of you, and you will be big on YouTube one day, trust me. Thank you, 505 Vibe. You're very kind to say so. Hey, passerby, welcome to the chat. We're just hanging out, painting rocks, painting some rocks. Yes, thank you, 505 Vibe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Uh, sorry, Oscar. Zen Beats, I missed you. I didn't see you in chat. Have you ever been to Midas City? No, I don't think so. I don't think I don't think I've ever been there. Is it a nice place to visit? You can like and subscribe if you want, 505 Vibe. That is perfectly okay with me. Oh, did you say so, Oscar, up top somewhere? Oh, Dakota said they are on the bus right now. Nice. On the way to school, huh? I'm at my house getting ready for school. Everyone like and subscribe. Oop. You should make you should make a pumpkin themed one would be cute. Thank you, double car. I already did. And thank you, Dakota. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, 505 Vibe. Appreciate you guys for doing that. Oscar, you said the Lorax. Ooh, that would be pretty cool to put on a rock. I got to go. Oh, sorry I missed that, Dakota. You have a good day at school. Thank you for joining us in chat. Uh, you said your grandpa passed away when you were 6. I'm sorry to hear that, Oscar. Yep, all of my grandparents have passed. Um, yeah, that can be a bummer. Were you really close with them? I did, and everybody should like and subscribe. Thanks, mate. I'm at work. Have a little phone service. Stop by to say hi and like. Thank you, passerby. I appreciate it. I can see why you have the moniker passerby, but I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. At least, hopefully, you have the memories spending time with your grandparents, and I'm sure your grandfather was probably a very cool guy. And hopefully you got to do a lot of cool things with him before he passed. Um, New file. Your school bus comes at 7:50. Sounds like you got less than 30 minutes. Are you already waiting for the school bus? I know when I went outside, it's a little cooler here. Okay, we need to redo this orange one because the orange, again, there was some stuff on it that was made it look a little dirty, little spotty. Okay. I'm putting a lot. Yeah, name is specifically for lives for that reason. I figured. That's a good one though. People can't they can't be disappointed with that name in chat. Well, I hope you have a great work day and it goes by quickly. This is my third day in a row off, so I'll be back to work tomorrow and work the rest of the weekend. So I want to make the most of today. I probably need to do some more cleaning around the house though. I was doing a lot of that yesterday. And I'll probably stop here around a little less than 40 minutes to go make breakfast. Definitely gonna need some coffee. So you guys should be surprised that I didn't do that first because I always have to have the coffee. I don't know if I got good coverage. The orange is not the best. There we go. And some white bits that I missed. Uh, Thanks, Amizu. Oh, wait. Yellow is your favorite color, Oscar? You just realized it's using your at handle. Yeah, for some reason, YouTube's been doing that quite a bit. And I think that's why everybody has their weird names with the letters and numbers after it. Last week, this is your last shift for the week. Oh, nice. It's your Friday. Is my Sunday or my Friday? It's my Sunday, yeah. What do you do for fun? I used to skateboard. I used to be a skateboarder. Um, then I got married and I had to be a little bit more responsible. So I couldn't just go out and skateboard all the time. And so I have I have so much time in a day that I don't really get out much anymore. So the time that I do, free time that I do get, I spend painting. Painting is the thing I like to do for fun. I also play I also play computer games every once in a while. You're still here? Nice paints. Thank you. 505 vibe. Just make it to school safely. Man, it's been ages since I went to school. I guess I could go back to school, but I don't know what I would go back to school for. I guess I could go back to school for art, but I'm already doing that. I'm just making art. All right, we got that orange one. You know what, guys? I have these other ones. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I forgot something I gotta grab. Yeah. All right, everyone. Sorry, I had to go grab. Oscar said, "Be right back. I gotta do something." 5051 vibe. You said, "Hey, Dondrell. Ooh, we got a lot. Happy Easter." Yeah, I'm painting eggs. Do I play Fortnite? I've never played Fortnite. 505 vibe. It's a little too fast paced for me. I'm I'm old. I'm older, so my brain can't keep up with all the high paced um action. But I like to play CRPGs, which are computer role playing games. So I do those as lives, usually later in the day, later at night, or when I get it hankering. You thought maybe you come back with googly eyes? I should get some googly eyes. Some some fur. use some of my hair, make some mustaches, some eyebrows, some bushy eyebrows or something. I got plenty of hair I can use. But yeah, that is definitely an option. Googly eyes. Who doesn't like googly eyes? It's okay. Don't let anybody tell you you're old. Some people would say that, but I don't think you're old. I appreciate that 5055. Honestly, I don't even think about my age. I just say that in jest. Like being older isn't much other than I could feel it. My body isn't like it was when I was younger. Be good if you got into MMORPGs. Yeah, I don't know if my desktop could handle that, but I could try. There was an old one. It was Neverwinter Nights I think the early one, and I keep hearing about it, but they don't it's not online anymore. They got rid of it. So I wonder if that was one of the first MMORPGs. All right, guys, I needed my smooth standable gesso to prime these rocks. Um, these ones have a clear primer on them, so it'll make it a lot easier for this primer to take to the rock. So we will do that for now. Hopefully, don't get any on the colored stuff. Oh, you can't see it because I'm off screen. That's right. Yeah, move this rock back there. All right, passerby. Phone service is dying. I'll catch you later. All right, thank you, passerby. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend away from work. I'm sure I'll see you. Come on, get in there. There's all these little teeny holes in the rock. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing? Sorry, I missed your name. I always have to remember to look up in chat. Your sister needs to hurry up, Oscar. Oscar's getting a little impatient, doesn't want to miss the bus. I totally understand that. You said your bus comes at 7:50, so you got about 16 minutes. Does it usually come on time or is it late? Depends on the bus driver. Depends on the driver, the weather. Uh, Ryan, you said it's okay. Yeah, it's good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Must be well, it's not too late in the day for you, is it? It is 9, just past 9:30 in the morning here. It's 9:35. We got people from all over. uh Melody is live and she says hi to you. Oh, tell her I said hello. Yeah, I was in her chat earlier and then I needed to print out a label, which I still have to print out, and then finish my rocks. So I got about 25 minutes on this live stream. But yeah, tell her I said hello back. I didn't know if she would still be on or not. But how are things in Jordan? Hopefully, it's a nice day. It's really cool here. Um, I'm guessing the temperature is maybe in 40s or 50s, which would be I have to do the conversion because I can never remember. Uh, let's take a look. See temps today. I'm like, okay, allow. Oh, it's almost 60 degrees Fahrenheit. What about Celsius? 14 degrees Celsius. Man, the conversion is so strange. Ryan said they will be right back. Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate it. You got to go. Well, have a wonderful day at school, Oscar. I hope you have so much fun and learn a lot. Learn lots. School can be fun, but it can also be scary, but mostly fun, especially if you got friends. And if you don't have friends, then try to make a friend today. Maybe somebody else that doesn't look like they have a friend, somebody who needs a friend. Just go up and say hello. Doesn't have to even be more than that, because you don't need to make the friend like they. You don't become friends instantaneously. Some people, uh, they can become friends right off the start, but sometimes you have to work at it. And you gotta wanna make friends with people too. If you're not that type, it's probably not gonna happen. But sometimes you gotta get out of your shell and make an effort. Bust out of that shell. I was that type. I was that kid that was very standoffish, but I still made some friends. All right, we got we got two rocks. Geez, thank you guys for all the likes. I forgot to say that, and the subs, all the new subs. Thank you. I think it was 505 Vibe. I think Oscar did, and Dakota, and who else do we have? But I feel like everybody had to go to school, which is fine. That's the cool thing about getting getting on early is that you'll see a lot of people, but then they got to go right away. People going to work, people going to school. I'm fortunate to have a few days off in a row from my job, and I can focus on just making stuff. Um, Yeah, I don't really make stuff at my job. Hopefully make people happy or at least less scared. All right. Trying to get trying to get all the way around here. Get this rock turned around, see what needs to get touched up here. Yeah, let me select got create. Where is the lettering? Type out some stuff here. All right. We got more. Oh, we got this big one. Got this big one here. I think I got a piece of something on there. Well, it's in there now. It's in there now. All right. We got this big old rock. You know what? I need a little teeny turntable. I could put the rock on the turntable and I could spin the turntable without having to touch the rock. That is such a smart idea. Just need to figure out where I can get a teeny tiny turntable from. I could probably make it. I could probably build one. I just got to figure out the right components. Yeah, I'm sure they sell everything at a hardware store. Now I see that there's some people that leave some of the natural um, bit of the rock so they don't cover the whole entire rock. And I might try to do that. Think they don't, they're not using any like um, primer first because I thought maybe the clear gesso would kind of do that, but it does look, if you look at it, here's one. You can kind of still see it. It's not quite fully clear. Oh yeah, and I forget I need to do I need to get another light in here. Actually, if I turn this other light on, we get a little bit more light. Definitely helps with my eyesight. 'Cause I'll do a lot of teeny tiny, kind of almost miniature painting, and you definitely want that light to be able to see. Yep, turntable would be nice. Little turntable, put the rocks on. I won't have to touch the rock. I can just spin the turntable. Spinning turntable. Okay. Be careful not to touch my colored rocks here. Already painted. Already nicely painted rocks. Move that orange one out of the way. All right. Thank you guys for the likes. We're up to 9. So we definitely made the average in likes because usually I get on average about 7 likes a stream, which I really appreciate you guys doing that. It helps the channel immensely. Also, commenting does that too. And if there are other artists out there, you can share your stuff on the community posts on this channel. If you're underage, you should probably ask your parents first if it's okay. I suggest that. So if you're under 18, definitely get your parents' permission first. Let them know because, uh, your parents want to, and I do too, want to protect you guys' identities. So there's a lot of people out there that want to take advantage of people that just don't have the experience on the internet, such as myself. Yeah, I haven't been doing this streaming stuff too long. It's been about a year and a half, at least a year, pretty regularly. So, yeah, see, the turntable would be really helpful. So I can only do the one side for now, and then we let it dry, and then I hit the other side once it's dry. Oh, I think I just dropped a cat hair on that one. Uh, this one's quite a hefty stone. They call a pebble. I'm like, that's not a pebble, that's a stone. 505 Vibe said, "You're still here." Well, thank you, 505 Vibe. I appreciate you hanging with me. And also for the sub. I appreciate it. Besides rock painting, which is very new to me, I also do I paint canvases. So you might see some of those on here. It's getting colder where I'm at, so I was painting in my garage where I do some painting using materials that I can't really use in the house, such as spray paint or enamel paints. Or if I'm trying to like really get into painting and like doing drips or splatters, it's something I can't really do inside for fear of making a mess inside the house. But yeah, You might see me probably in the coming months work on a canvas that I have been working on for since 2022, and I'm really close to getting it done. It is like 3 foot by 4 foot in size. So it's a pretty decent sized canvas. I wouldn't say it's on the large end. It is small for large or big for medium size. Because I've certainly worked on things that were much larger than 3 foot by 4 foot. But for most people, the average person who doesn't really um, paint big, that's pretty big. 505 Vibe says, "You are welcome." Well, thank you, 505 Vibe. I appreciate that. I hope I'm not taking away from your time if you have stuff you have to take care of, but it's always appreciated when somebody has time to hang out. And try not to touch the rock too much because I start to get paint and stuff all over my hands. But we have a few more of these, and I might have to move some of these rocks I've already painted. Let me excuse me. Let me move these. I know my blue ones. I haven't touched these blue ones yet, so they are pretty dry. Whoops. Move my orange. These pink ones got touched up. We'll start moving these guys. It'll be fun when I can start adding stuff to these. The fun part will be trying to figure out what to add. You liked and subscribed. No, oh, you're homeschooled and you're not wasting, and I'm not wasting your time. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you get something out of this. This can be like art time. I always loved art classes because usually they gave you a project, but sometimes you could do what you wanted to. So I would always usually get pretty good grades in art classes because I enjoyed doing it. So I would be able to get stuff done, unlike other classes that at the time I didn't think was that interesting or was too hard. But I think if you have an aversion towards something, it's going to be harder to learn. Feel like getting some cat hair in here somewhere. Yep, cat hairs. So we have cats, so the cat hair gets everywhere. All right. I think I'm only gonna be able to get that much of it. Well, I could probably get more. I could probably get this, but this is a very odd rock, oddly shaped rock. It's almost crescent shaped. I think it may have split, and then over time through wear and tear, been getting tumbled. It smoothed out the broken bit. You love art too? Oh, okay. Are you doing some right now then? Are you arting it up right now with me while I'm doing these rocks? Okay, I think that's probably gonna be good for now. I don't want to go too far deep, or else I won't be able to move it around. So I got two more that are unprimed, well, at least unprimed with the white, and then I have all these other ones where I didn't use the clear gesso, and I just used the white, and you can see it's real easy to. I just scraped off uh, bits of the primer when they're stacked on one another and they're scraping one another with the clear gesso. It kind of has a very um, lightly grit to it. So the white gesso actually takes to this, and this clear stuff binds to the rock pretty well. So doesn't really scrape off like this white gesso is a lot thinner. Um, I'm sure the white pigment part is very fine, finely ground, so it makes it super thin and smooth. Yeah, I already see a piece of cat hair in the gesso that's in this cap that I got it in. You are doing so. What are you making? 505? Oh man, it's almost 10 o'clock my time. I wanted to get all of these at least unprimed ones, well, white primed ones, done before I have to move on to the rest of my day. I'll probably be back on possibly later on. Maybe if it's warmed up a little bit, I'll be out in the garage. I can get out in the garage and do some more painting on my canvases that I have started. It'd be nice because it's getting colder and I won't have as much time, or it'll be too cold to be out in the garage. So I won't be able to work out there any longer for the season or this year. So if I can get as much painting done on the stuff that I'm currently working on out there, uh, the rest of it I should be able to finish inside in the house. But the stuff I'm currently doing can only be done out in the garage. I guess I could set up something in the house, but I can't use spray paint and no paints that are super smelly that give off a certain s- smell, scent, fumes. Not trying to gas us out. All right, we're almost done with that one. Yeah, it's not bad. So I could do the top side, or I could do this underside, which could also be the top side. I think this would probably be the bottom because there's more surface area on this upper part. So we'll do that. Try and get as much of the surface area showing as possible. Yeah, plus I gotta make breakfast. I don't know if my wife's up yet. She was up late, so but I don't wanna get started too late, or else we'd be having breakfast for lunch, and then lunch for dinner, and then dinner for late, late, late. We are on kind of a strange schedule due to how late we stay up sometimes, especially on days off from work. Old school Dave. Oh, you're painting rocks too? Oh, nice, 505. Just leave the hair dryer on while you're at work. It'll warm up the garage nicely. Yeah, it'll burn down the garage. Yeah, the garage needs to be properly insulated. It would be nice to, and my dad suggested this, building, adding on to the garage, like height wise, and then having a studio. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that garage though. I feel like we'd have to build a whole new garage because that garage, it's decent for what it is, but I don't know. I feel like, would it be able to handle a second level? All right. So how's it going, old school? Why do you need two jobs? I only work one job, and then I do my painting on the side. So my painting isn't really making regular, isn't a regular cash flow type of situation. Mm. Art is a very fickle thing. Um, and if you're not good at the business side of it, which takes up a lot of time, uh, it's gonna be tough to make money at it. Because I see a lot of people who aren't that good, and it's all relative, who are able to make lots of money off their art. And I'm like, I'm pretty decent, and I don't make tons of money off of my art. I don't the and the thing is I don't put a whole lot of effort into trying to make a lot of money off my art. If I were more motivated in that way, I'd probably make quite a bit of money off my art. Ever heard the term starving artist? Yes, this is why I have a day job, so I'm not starving. That term, I'm sure that's a very, very old term. A lot of artists out there who did starve. I guess if you're going full bore with your art, and that's what you rely upon to pay all of your bills and to survive, then yeah, you might have moments where you could be at that point where you go hungry a little bit, but I don't think, anybody's actually starving. The starving part is they're starving to be an artist. The dream the dream to be an artist, that is what they thirst for. To be making millions and to be a rock star in the art world. Yep, not everybody can be that. You can try, certainly try. Not everybody's gonna make it. People are gonna fall to the wayside. Yeah, I had a little taste of that when I was younger. Had some shows here and there. One show, I think I probably sold out most of the art. I was surprised. And that was when you're young like that and that happens, it just feeds that dream or that desire to even continue to do more. Problem is, uh, that will not last forever because people get bored of what you do, or if you try to change what you do, then they're like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They're just switching up too much. That's not going to help their marketability. Me, I was that type. I was like, oh, I want to try this and I want to try that. Do you have ties to military families? Most military families know what it's like to be at the bottom end of life. Yeah, on my dad's side, I think on my mom's side, her mom worked. I don't know if she was in the military, but I think she worked on a military base, probably like a secretary or something. But I think all of my dad's brothers were in the military at some point. My dad was in the Navy. The Army tried to scoop me up, but I was like, at that time, the first Gulf War was going on, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm a, I was a dumbass kid, just about to graduate high school, had no prospects. So they were like, this guy's perfect. And who knows, maybe I'd have been okay, but you hear a lot of terrible shit pardon my French, that happened over there, and and to what happened to a lot of the guys that came back, ended up sick and stuff from chemicals that they were using over there. Nah, no thank you. I mean, I appreciate anybody that uh does go that route. I mean, that is a big life decision. And not everybody ends up in bad situations if they join the military. I'm like, if I'm gonna have to fight, it's gotta be for a real reason. And I didn't think what they were over there fighting for was um, something that I would want to, I would feel comfortable fighting for. Not like it wasn't like World War II where, you know, they were trying to free countries from the tyranny of uh, the fascists or the imperialists. But it's hard to say when you're young, you have no idea what the hell's going on. Yeah, and the thing is, you're correct, Light Star. Terrible things do happen to those people, and what's even more terrible is when the government doesn't step up to help them. Those people put their lives on the line to help protect this country, to serve this country, and when the politicians and the bureaucrats try to keep these people from getting, you know, what they deserve because they put in their time and served, it's just really crappy. I work at a hospital, not a VA hospital, but I work at a hospital, and you see a lot of veterans come in, and you hear stories from them, and it's kind of hard to hear sometimes, you know, things that they have to go through. But for the most part, I think they get their due. Well, not everybody. Some people end up falling through. How do you feel about the fascists in the US at this time? Um, that is a good question. Like, I don't really know any fascists. I know people who are shitheads. Again, pardon my French. But like the true fascists, I mean, you hear about it all the time, or you hear about it on the internet. You hear people talking, in videos and in interviews and stuff, and it's like, okay, what is their intent? Because I don't think the fascists of the past are the same as what's going on now. But yeah, there's some shitty people for sure. um, I think you do what you feel is right, and I think that's what people are trying to do, fascist or not. I think they feel like what they're doing is right. Um, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with fascism. That is not my stance. I don't think people should be oppressed. I know how hard it is to talk about things on video and in person. I get the veterans feel pretty censored right now. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to be heard, you know? Like I don't feel like I need to be heard. My life is pretty good. I'm not rich. I don't have tons of money. Uh, if anything, I am probably borderline uh poor because I think the what used to be the middle class is starting to become the division is becoming more um either you have a lot of money or you don't have money. It's the in between. I don't even know what an in between is now, because now if you're a millionaire, you're not really that rich. You got a lot of money, but compared to people who have billions or multi-millions, uh, which is still unfathomable. Cannot say the word unfathomable. I'm sure I still butchered that. Um, yeah, to be a millionaire and still seem like you don't have any money. Even people who make like 100,000, like if you're making under 100,000, you're probably broke. You're poor. But compared to somebody that's living on the streets that don't have anything, that's real poverty right there. Hey, Coucho Marx, welcome. I'm probably gonna wrap this up. We got a bunch of these rocks primed. I gotta let them dry or cure for a little bit before I flip them over and work on the undersides. Homeless, no home, poverty. Yeah, if you don't have a home, you're out there on the streets. You're on a street corner with a sign trying to drum up some money. That's tough. You know, some people that's a choice, other people it's not a choice and it's hard to get out of. I see a lot of homeless people that come into the hospital just for a place to like um just a place to be to get out of if the weather conditions are poor. They just want to get out of, get out of the outdoors and just kind of sit. Some have like mental issues. So when they do come in, it's hard for them to uh, kind of control themselves. So they end up getting kicked out because of that. I'm like, if they're chill, they're not trying to make a scene or anything. They're trying to like maybe charge their phone, um, maybe get some food from the cafeteria. I don't have a problem with it. No, I don't work security. I'm not medical staff, but I do work a front desk providing information. So I see it all the time because I'm right there at the doors. I don't think any of it is a choice. None of us choose for corporations to raise prices on housing and cars. Yeah. Yeah, the people in those positions definitely make it difficult for sure. And they don't really care. They have their own life. They're not, you know, you might see somebody in passing on the street and be like, well, why are they there? They shouldn't be there. Why don't they get them, pull themselves up and make something happen? And it's like, well, you don't know people's situations. You don't know their history, but people will make excuses. Hey, what's going on, Travis? Welcome. What's good, bro? Uh, doing well. Probably gonna end the stream here pretty soon. Just having a little chit chat in chat. Let's see. I missed a bunch of stuff because I wasn't paying attention. Light Star said we have 350 million people in the US and only 135 million jobs in the US. Yeah. So that means a lot of people are going to be struggling and have a hard time. Terrible things happen to the active duty women and family members. 505 Vibe says, I'm still here. I'm gonna add you to my playlist. Oh, thank you, 505 Vibe. And you will come back to this channel later. All right. I'm assuming you've already gone, but thank you again, 505 Vibe. Thank you for joining. Have a good day. Coucho Mark says, hello all. Uh Light Star, you said I really understand why a person would be very angry because there is no help for homeless. Yeah, some people think that uh, it's all on the person, but and the funny thing is, this country is mainly, well, just because you're Catholic doesn't mean you're going to be helping people. Christians, on the other hand, I don't know. Everybody has a different take. You're going to do what you're going to do. If you're the type of person that helps people, that's awesome. I do what I can, but I could probably do a lot more. Like I said, I'm not a don't make a ton of money. I think I make enough just for me and my wife, we make just enough to pay our mortgage on time. We're all just a few bad decisions away from being the ones we fear and loathe. That is very true, old school Dave. I mean, we were behind for months on our mortgage for a while there. The pastors now, they're saying they need ACA because the pastor's job preaching does not provide health care. Yet it's my taxpayer money too, and I have no health care. Yeah, it's tough. You see others getting something that you yourself can't get. That can be tough. That's why it's easy to look at other people. That's the thing is we shouldn't be looking at other people. Like we shouldn't be comparing our situations. That's what gets us into this trouble. Like, yeah, focus on yourself, make sure you in a good position, do what you can, but blaming others for not getting what you want, that's why you got these people out here who have money because somebody in their family made some moves and I don't know, maybe they weren't ethical choices, but they did something to get themselves in a position where they have money and now their children have money, don't have to worry about uh that type of thing. These trust fund people, F the Joneses. Yeah, if you're always looking in somebody else's window, you're not doing what you need to do for yourself. That's how I look at it. If you're always looking in at somebody's window over their fence, looking at their yard, you're not focusing on your house, your yard, your people, whoever that may be, whoever you want to side with, whoever is you feel should be under your protection, your umbrella, family, whatever. Why should we not compare for the sake of equality? Again, it's a slippery slope, Light Star. Again, I say if you're focused on, you know, being equal with everybody, that is a never-ending battle, uphill battle. You're not gonna win it. Just I say focus on yourself, get yourself in a position where you feel good, because you're not gonna feel good looking at somebody else and how good they have it. Because who knows? They may have their life may be shitty, even though they have tons of money. They got, they can buy anything in the world, but nobody likes them. They got no friends. They sit at home on their computer looking at their stocks. I don't know. I can make up all kinds of shit because I'm that way. Plus, I don't know shit. I don't know jack squat. Housewives always lose on this argument. There is no equality in the US for women. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think there'll ever be any equality for anybody. That is like the unattainable goal. I mean, you'll work till you die to get equality. And that's if that is your goal, your purpose in life, then I say go for it. I know I'm like I'm not gonna be anybody's equal. I will tell you there is no help for women who have been with domestic violence in the US. Domestic violence, women are just left homeless. That I mean, that could be true. I'm not gonna argue with that. Um, whoops. I mean, I had a ex-girlfriend who was from a situation like that, and her brother, and her mom had to leave where they were living, go somewhere else just to get away from, the abuse. Yeah, nowadays things are, we're losing all kinds of services and help for people, which is really sad. I don't understand. We're like probably the richest country on the planet, and we can't help people. We can't provide services. Like, we're always worried about our taxpayer money, and but if you wanna live in a society, it's gotta be able to pay for its way. Problem is the people who are in control of the pocketbook and this, um, elected government thing, I think is just getting worse and worse. People are figuring out new ways to take advantage of, how to manipulate the system, and it's hard for people to keep up, and the average person is like, unless you're involved in government, which means you might end up yourself corrupt. Um, Corruption's everywhere from the highest to the lowest. Probably why we're here. We're in the position we're in now. Anyways, I can't be on any longer. I gotta go work on breakfast. But I appreciate you and your conversation, Light Star. Um, I don't have a problem talking about it. I don't know if I'm qualified to even talk about it, but we can all have our peace. We need a time machine. Yeah, maybe in the future somebody did invent the time machine and they went back and they screwed everything up. But I appreciate you guys coming and chatting. Yeah, sorry, Light Star. That's a uh, big subject to talk about, but it should be talked about. It should be. I think a lot of people try to avoid talking about it, especially politicians. They want them. They want you to think that they care about your problems, but until you get them into elected position, then it seems like they don't care as much until the next election comes around. But all right, guys, I'll probably be back on later on, but I got to get this breakfast stuff started for me and my wife. Thank you again, 10 Light Star oh 01. I'm assuming just Light Star because using the 1001 as a bookend. I don't even know why I'm talking like that. Old school Dave. uh, Travis, Trap House 1981. Who else do we have in here? 50 Coucho Marks, 505 Vibe, um, Oscar, Ryan, Passerby, Dondrell Lee, uh, I know we had a bunch of others. Double Car, Dakota, Jelson, and Kari. Did I miss somebody? I thought, oh, Zen Beats. Thank you guys for dropping by and chat. I appreciate it. Spending your time with little old me, just painting rocks on the internet. I hope y'all have a good day or evening where you're at in the world. And until next time, yes, you bookend your pseudonym with computer code. Dope. I'm assuming you're a coder then. Thank you, Lightstar. You have a good day. Yes, everybody have a good one. And until next time, which might be later on, I'll probably be in the garage if it's not too cold, painting on actual canvases. But here's my rocks. Got these rocks going. All right, guys. Have a good one and peace.